Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 904. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's going on?
What's up, Connor?
Hi.
I do apologize because for some reason my thing is backwards, so when I go, hey, Chris, it's pointing like this way. The other day it was like all screwed up, so I updated the Zoom. All right, so what do we have for Star Wars, Chris?
Well, the first kind of thing that we have has to do with a rumor that's going around for something with Kylo Ren.
Hold on. James, what's up, James? Or maybe his microphone's working. Go ahead.
Sure. So apparently in this movie, Kylo Ren is going to have his own advanced TIE fighter shuttle. It's going to be similar to what they're saying is it's going to be similar to Vader's advanced TIE bomber or TIE fighter, I guess.
Hold on. Hey!
That got my attention.
Hold on.
Disease called chronic dry eye caused by reduced tear production.
Calm down. Whoa. We got TV on. Who's got TV on?
Not me.
Oh.
That was James, yeah.
Shit. Okay. Hold on. Did we get anything that we're not supposed to get on there? No. Yes?
No.
I don't think so.
All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
So anyway, what the report is, the rumor right now is that Kylo Ren is going to have his own TIE fighter, like an advanced TIE fighter, similar to Darth Vader's from The Empire Strikes Back. Or not The Empire Strikes Back.
Star Wars, New Hope.
Yeah, A New Hope, yeah. And they're saying that, he's going to pilot it himself probably. So that, as far as we know, that's the only thing about him recently that I've seen.
James, did you talk? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, good, okay. Okay, Chris, I'm sorry.
An older report was kind of saying that this movie is going to kind of dive into his quote-unquote humanity. That was from Adam Driver himself. So sounds like he's going to get explored a bit more, which is great because he was one of my favorite characters from The Force Awakens. So I'm interested to see what they do with him.
Is he going to turn to the light side of the Force?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So, okay, Kylo Ren, let me guess. Got daddy issues, killed his daddy. Okay. Yeah, so what's he going to do about mom?
Wasn't he supposed to have a scene with his mom?
None of that's confirmed.
There was an interesting theory I saw on Takadana when he found Rey in the wooded area. He said something about a thief, something, and a murderer. And the only two that matched up with characters with him at the time, which is Maz and I think it was a traitor, a thief, and a murderer. So it was Maz, Finn, and Han. Maz would be the thief because she took Luke's lightsaber, or Anakin's or whatever. Finn would be the traitor because he betrayed the First Order. And the murderer is apparently Han Solo. And there was a theory that we haven't seen it yet, but that he killed someone important to Ben Solo. And that's what almost made Ben take a step back and start listening to Snoke.
Chris, is that
Yeah, it could be. Absolutely. I know what scene that Connor's talking about. He's talking away and he says like, "Where are my friends?" or something like that. And he goes, "You mean the thieves, the traitors, and the murderers that you call friends," or something like that. And then he says, "You'll be happy to know that I don't know," or something like that. So it's possible. Han is kind of in Aftermath Life Debt. He's kind of he goes pretty crazy in some scenes in that book. He does kill some people, so it's possible.
Oh. Okay.
But he shot Greedo, so.
Yeah.
That's right, he shot first.
Yep.
Who knows what he's gonna do in the Han Solo movie, so.
Yeah. What else you got with that?
There was some talk about this. I believe it came from Ryan Johnson. He was talking about how Luke and Rey's relationship in Episode 8 is going to be a pretty big part of the movie and kind of how she's dealing with learning about the Force and whatnot.
Okay.
So nothing that we like. A lot of people are making a big thing out of it, but really, it's nothing we didn't already know. Of course, they're going to be big parts of the movie. Of course, them learning about each other is going to be, a big part of the movie. But it is interesting to hear Rian Johnson finally say something, recently about the movie. So
Yeah.
So Finn is the one that had the Force Awakening him, right? Instead of Rey?
I don't think so. I think they were talking about Rey. I don't think Finn is Force sensitive, to be honest with you.
But they're just trying to use lightsabers, though.
Yes, they do. They in one of the expanded universe things, not expanded universe, it's the canon stuff. They show that he and the guy that yells traitor in the Force Awakens, they actually knew each other beforehand, and they trained in using that thing that he fought Finn with.
Oh, okay.
I have a bit of a speculation sort of news about Episode 8.
Okay.
Comes from Star Wars Speculation Reddit. And this is probably going to be absolute bullshit, because that's how Reddit probably works about 90% of the time. But sometimes you do find gems of information on there. A guy called Planet of Misfit Soldiers said that he's got a bit of information about one of the plot devices in Episode 8, and I'll read out what he says. It's not much, and there's obviously a lot missing, but there's this planet that is basically a stormtrooper factory, and it's where Finn came from. What becomes the goal of the Resistance in 8 is to liberate this planet, or so Leia thinks, but a faction of the Resistance actually just wants to take the planet out themselves, and a rift forms in the Resistance with this line drawn in the sand. In the end, it becomes an impossible task for Finn and Kerr to save the inhabitants of the planet before the Resistance attack, pitting the small crew against not just the First Order, but the Resistance too. Before you ask, I have no idea how the bad fraction of the Resistance plans to wipe out an entire planet. The only other thing I've got is that I've heard a pretty strong rumoured title floated around for a while now, but I'm not quite ready to put that out there yet. I can tell you it's not been guessed or revealed yet, and most attempts are pretty far off the mark. I hope you guys appreciate this bit of information. I'm sorry I can't offer more.
I don't think that's... Chris, you think?
I think that could very well be what we see.
Really?
Here's why. With Finn, we know that he doesn't know who his parents are, and it's been confirmed that the First Order, they train the stormtroopers up from children. Okay? Again, I'm going to go back to Life Debt Aftermath Life Debt, because that's a very important book. In that book, there was a prison that the Empire was literally... If any of you have seen The Manchurian Candidate, it's basically like that. They captured people from the Resistance or from the Rebellion, and they basically indoctrinated them with this idea that, the Rebellion was bad, the Empire was good, and at some point they would become like sleeper agents for the Empire. And this actually does happen in the book. They activate them after they're liberated, and they go on this killing spree during this holiday that the New Republic has. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was similar to what we see or if what you see in Episode 8 is similar to that. Another thing that I think could possibly come from that is we know that this is basically confirmed. In this movie, there is some sort of a rift in the Resistance between Leia's character and what they're assuming is Laura Dern's character. So that could be what we see, and I think it would be a great kind of idea for Finn to be the one to do this, because obviously he was a stormtrooper. So it's very possible that's what we could see.
Okay. You having mic issues, James? Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be an interesting end to Leia's character if she dies in 8, and it's because of the Resistance, because they went against her.
That would be horrible, though.
Too, like, I forgot what you said in there, Connor. When I don't know if you were, he said, the guy who wrote that That he doesn't know how they would destroy the planet or
Yeah, they said he doesn't know how the bad faction of the resistance
Right.
can to wipe out the planet.
There was I don't know if any of you read it, but there was a script that got leaked for The Force Awakens way back when, where like 90% of the stuff actually happened. In that, I believe it was in that script, the Resistance had a super weapon called the Sledgehammer. That was supposed to be like the thing that kept, like, basically it was like a nuclear deterrent. Like the First Order had the Starkiller base that, like, I don't think anybody knew about. But the Resistance or the New Republic, one of them, I think it was the Resistance, had this thing called, codenamed the Sledgehammer. And basically those two things kept them from going to war. Because they were like, well, if you go to the war with us, we'll use ours, vice versa. So maybe that idea of the Sledgehammer is coming back.
Like an arms race, in other words?
Yeah, exactly. Like think of like Cold War, United States and the U.S.
Russia, yeah.
That'd be interesting.
All right. So we like right now we don't know what they're cutting with Carrie Fisher's parts or if anything at all, and we don't know even if she dies or not in episode 8, right?
Apparently she wasn't going to because she was going to come back for 9.
Okay.
So
Well, they need to give her a swan song ending then, like you something her a heroic death or something, like crash her ship into a Empire ship or something, or do something, go out like a badass.
Yeah. I wonder if that greatly affects episode 9. Like, I wonder what they had plans for her, I'm wondering.
Wait, Chewbacca's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, they could bring Lando back.
Are they bringing Lando back?
That's what I suggested. They should bring him back and have him take charge of the Resistance. Or at least what's left of the Resistance if something happens in episode 8. Similar to what I've just read out there.
Or because Mace Windu is dead, right?
Yeah. Right, Chris?
Allegedly.
Now Mace Windu's Snoke.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I thought Snoke is Plagueis, but all right. So when are we getting a Star Wars teaser? Episode 8.
I'm saying at Celebration.
Which is
in April.
April?
Yeah.
It's not that far away. I mean...
Didn't Ryan Johnson say all in good time about the title?
Mm-hmm.
I reckon it'll be announced in at least 2 weeks' time.
It'll probably be announced soon.
Because they want to get that out at least before Celebration, I'm sure.
I heard they got the title ready for 9 also, but they're not saying anything.
Oh yeah, they probably have like a whole bunch of titles ready, but
right. What else? Yeah, more Star Wars stuff.
Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, Rebels came back. It was actually a very good episode. It was 2 episodes, so it was kind of like an hour special, but it was very good. It was a great way to open it up. It wasn't boring or anything like that. They go to Geonosis and it has to do with like the last Geonosian, or one of the last Geonosins, I should say.
Okay.
But Saw Gerrera was in it. We kind of get more of his character. He was voiced by Forrest Whitaker as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was a good episode. I thought it nailed all the things it had to, and there's a really confusing bit in there that had to do with a character that I thought came from the books, and literally this character looked exactly and sounded exactly like the character from the books. She acted the same way, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's her. And then in the credits, it was a totally different character. So I was like, why would you do that? Like,
misdirection.
Right. Did you see that crazy thing I sent you earlier, Chris?
What?
The Jetsons and the wrestling?
Yes.
What?
They have WWE has a crossover animated thing. What is it? I guess it's a DVD or Blu-ray, right?
Yeah.
What's called, right? The Jetsons and WWE. I guess Big Show wakes up from being frozen and he takes over the world, and then they got to go back in time to get wrestlers to defeat him. It's kind of
oh my god.
Yeah.
They did a Flintstone thing, I think.
Who does that? WWE does that or no?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
They're doing the Hanna-Barbera stuff?
Yeah, they did Scooby-Doo not too long ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they have a working agreement with them. I'm waiting for them to cross over with the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla cartoon, because why not at this point?
yeah, let's, come fight with them, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it was cool to see the Jetsons again, but it was kind of shocking to see the wrestling, and now they have their car is like Back to the Future. They just go, whatever, all right. That's interesting. There's something about Samurai Jack, right? That's going to start soon?
Yes, it's coming to Tsunami sometime this year.
Oh, and Young Justice season 3. I think is it Netflix only or gonna be on network?
Yeah, I think it's Netflix.
Really glad that they renewed Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow for next year.
Oh yes, and they're supposed to be bringing Black Lightning.
So that's a good thing. What else? Supposedly, they're casting now for the Inhumans, right? I heard something. I don't know how that's going to be.
Is it gonna be a crossover with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or is it something totally different?
I would assume it's ABC. I don't even know if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to make it next year.
Well, what's it like, season 5 or season 4? I forget.
What are we in, 4 or 3 or 4? Is it 4?
I think it's 4.
Might be 4. I don't even watch it though.
No, me neither. I was enjoying Agent Carter, and they canceled it on me.
Well, for now, I mean, they may bring her back though. I don't know. And Rogue One, the number really dropped from Monday. It made like 2 million or something, or almost 2 million. I'm like, wow, that was like a significant drop. But it's like a 900 and I think 16. Is that it? Also, I found out that that's not counting, I believe, China. No, it is counting China. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Yeah, China, 30 million. That's it.
Wow.
So we got probably all we're going to get, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
What's
just
they got coming up next, though, movie-wise?
What's that?
Like, any major blockbusters coming out, or just humdrum movies coming out?
Well, I mean, I pretty much Rogue One's dropping now. But the only thing that's coming out this week is the Bye Bye Man, which is a horror thing. That's not.
Yeah, Friday 13th.
Monster Trucks and Sleepless.
Oh, God.
Then on the 20th is The Founder, which is a movie about McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, then they got that Resident Evil, the final chapter is really coming up.
Well, you got Xander Cage. Resident Evil was a week after.
Triple X.
Yeah, that was the week before that. And The Rings and 50 Shades Darker and John Wick 2 and Lego Batman and then Matt Smith's movie finally. Patient Zero, February 17th. We all want Matt Smith to be successful, please, so we can get movie roles. So
I don't.
You want to come back to being a doctor?
So hopefully he does well and he can get something or a few movie roles. We shall see. All right. I guess on that note, thank you guys. Take care. Bye for now.